Oh, we've got ourselves a good one tonight, love. We've got ourselves a good one tonight. We got us another one. Welcome everybody, it's your boy KMB back in here for Rant Radio, and we have got some shit to address this morning. It's 3 in the morning, it's 3 a.m. So we got some shit to address this morning. Bro, I saw the Gillette advert. I watched the Gillette advert. I can't lie to you. I decided to give it a watch because many people are speaking about toxic masculinity, which is what this Gillette advert has everything to do with. All right. I spoke about the other day, women objectifying themselves. So now it's time to address what the in political terms, what are they, liberals, left wings? Because I don't fuck with whatever the fuck names or groups these people give themselves. I think they're called the liberals or the left wings, or whether they're conservatives or democrats or I don't know. But we are here to talk about toxic masculinity, because in this Gillette advert was addressing basically what they consider toxic masculinity. So I decided to sit down and think about what really is toxic masculinity. Is there such a thing as toxic masculinity, or again, is it just something, another one of these words, language, is it just another one of these words that we have just continuously thrown out here into the atmosphere that now we truly believe is a fucking word? Because I was actually watching one video on YouTube earlier on. I was watching a video on YouTube earlier on about people asking whether toxic masculinity is really a thing and how is it defined. All right. So everyone that was interviewed truly believed that in society there is such thing as toxic masculinity. And yet none of these people could define what toxic masculinity is. My thing is, I know that there's such thing as like good and bad behavior. Like there's good and bad behavior, but is good and bad behavior defined by what's between your legs? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I know there's such thing as masculinity. If there was no such thing as masculinity, we wouldn't even fucking be here. I wouldn't be here giving you guys this video on YouTube. The YouTube content creator, the person who created YouTube, wouldn't be here if it wasn't for masculinity. But I really want to know what the fuck is toxic masculinity. Apparently it could be considered as, like I said in some of my other previous videos, things like catcalling, for instance, or wolf whistling, or objectifying women, saying those are some nice tits, saying goddamn that ass. Apparently that is toxic masculinity. But if that's toxic masculinity, then boy, like being a dick swinging, freedom loving, hardworking, thorough loving person, like male, if that's what toxic masculinity is, then shit, I'm fucking guilty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like I want to know what the fuck toxic masculinity is. This Gillette advert. So it's like many people now, yeah, they're all out here. Well, many guys, should I say? Many guys have now pretty much, they're on boycotting Gillette right now. I don't even fuck with Gillette. I ain't even got nothing to fucking shave. I can't lie to you. I ain't got nothing to shave. I mean, I used to shave like my chest hair and shit, but now I just let that shit grow. So it's like men now, they really like, not even just men, but I feel like society right now, most of society is really we're trying to figure out why there is such like this movement to really squash what being a man is. Like, that's what I'm seeing right now from society anyway. Society is really trying to squash what really being a man is. And I'm telling you right now, if we continue this bullshit, if we fucking continue this bullshit, if we allow these, whatever these liberals or left wings or right wings or extremists or democrats or laborers, whatever the fuck, if we continue to allow these people to do this shit, in the next 100 years, there will be no dick and balls. I'm telling you now. There will be no fucking dick and balls. Women would have to go to virtual reality places just to have sex. And it won't be real. It's going to be virtual reality. Because as men, we don't have dick and balls no more. It was law that we had to cut them off. So we don't even have dick and balls to even wash in the shower anymore. Because this is what society is pushing us towards to. And if there is such thing as toxic masculinity, which is what half of these new society soybean motherfuckers think, then is there such thing as toxic femininity? Bro, because I'm baffed with this shit right now. Like, I'm fully baffed. I'm confused. Because Gillette is to do with like Gillette is to do with being the best a man can get, right? Like, wasn't that their slogan for Gillette? Gillette, the best a man can get, yeah. I always remember that shit. Like, if anyone's old enough, like, you remember those old school adverts from Gillette when you was like younger. Those were the adverts. Real manly men. It was like real manly men in these things. So it's like in this advert now, they're showing like you're sort of, because this is why I don't really fuck with media also. It's another reason why I don't fuck with media, because it's like even when you watch TV shows or TV series, or even when you watch movies of when fathers have to now be fathers, like they have to actually now stay at the house and look after the children. They always portray it and display it as fathers as bumbling idiots. Men were just bumbling idiots who don't know how to look after children. Like, they always portray it as this. So at the same time, while we're out here being portrayed as toxic masculine fuckheads, we're also being portrayed as bumbling idiots who can't look after children. So it's just like, raw, if that's the case, so then you got like a majority of young men right now being taught at schools by a majority of female teachers, being raised by a majority of single mothers, and yet there's such a thing as toxic masculinity. Like, if anything, I just see it as like the only real problem with society today is toxic stupidity. Like, that's my belief. Because really and truly, this whole thing with toxic masculinity, like as I said before, is just like if there was no such thing as masculinity, alpha masculinity, and to a degree beta masculinity, none of us wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here to even start speaking on the term of toxic masculinity. That's all I wanted to say, people, man. That is all the fuck I wanted to say. I might try and go live tomorrow evening, Sunday evening. It's going to be a random one, so I won't actually have a time for you guys, but it will probably be on the Sunday. I'm going to try my hardest. I always keep saying that shit. I think you guys should actually just start fucking cussing me out in the comments, real talk. Fuck it, cuss me out in the comments. But look, man, that's all I wanted to say, people, man. Does toxic masculinity exist? And if it does exist, I want you to define it to me in the comments. So look, man, this is your boy KMD, people. This is Rant Radio. Peace out.